This wasn't even supposed to be a video day. I'm just up early before my gym session thinking, let's get this one out. I don't know what we're doing. It's gonna be short, like not that long, this short. That's what we're doing. Let me take off this headset first of all. As Watches and Wonders draws near and anticipation builds to the roof in the watch community, I find myself not as excited as I was this time around last year. City edition's in and I find myself less enthused about the whole thing. The last one feels like it was yesterday in 2023 when this 54 came out. I've just picked up this 54 last year. Watches and Wonders 2023. Still love this watch, excited about it. I just want to appreciate it more. I still attend, still curious about what Patek, Rolex, and Tudor will release, but are we really expecting groundbreaking innovation? You know, like what is else there to do that we haven't seen yet? I mean, I feel like it's a lot of stress on the brands to come up with 10 new releases every year. I think it's a lot of stress on us as well. No matter of fact, the thought of a longer gap, like say 2 to 3 years before we see another 10 new releases per brand, sounds more realistic, interesting, and exciting as well. It gets us to appreciate some of the stuff that put out last year that we still couldn't get our hands on, you know? I mean, think about it. Tudor, for example, hit us all in the head with the release of the 54. This 54 that came out last year, I was fortunate, lucky enough actually, to buy it on site. Well, not on site at the event, but it was downtown Geneva. Had Tudor not even had this pop-up option to sell some of their novelties right away on that first day only, I wouldn't have even had the chance to get this. Insiders tell me globally that at 30% fulfillment at the moment. So there's a lot of people that still didn't get it and want this watch. So what is the idea here? To inject a little bit more time before you iterate on the 54. Prediction videos all over the internet about what Tudor is going to release, and some even say iteration on the rivet bracelet on the 54, which I honestly do not mind. Or maybe roll out more models just in a few weeks time, right? I mean, that's going to kind of kill the hype for this one in a way, or for those who were fixed that this is the Tudor to go for. Now I'm even more confused. So that longer gap would do it justice. Alternatively, Tudor, and the same goes by the way to all other watch brands participating at Watches and Wonders that are in the habit of putting out 10 new releases every year, could still continue this, but with the exception of limiting it to 1 release per year. I think this will give them less stress. And this way you give us room to breathe a little bit, kind of like look forward to, want that change, want that new release to come out. The watch I've put my name against does not feel like it's 10 years old, right? Although it was just released last year. And gives us room even to appreciate what they've put out a little bit more. And we get the chance to actually buy it eventually. So either longer gaps and still release 10 watches per year, or limited to 1 release per year every year. It's the way it should be, man. You're not buying chips, you're buying watches. These things cost a fortune. I think this will allow for focusing more on quality over quantity. I mean, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm just ranting here. I'm just giving you my opinion, man. That's what I'm doing. Now, seriously, all jokes aside, the 54 is awesome. I absolutely love this watch. The slimmed down case, it just makes it sexy, man. It's not just Tudor, by the way, it's also Rolex that is losing its charm a little bit, you know, dropping more and more dial option, color options for the same watch, 10 references for the same reference. It's confusing, yo. The simple short message, what I'm excited about, the reason why I'm going, well, not the reason, partially the reason why I'm going to Watches and Wonders is I am looking forward to seeing Vacheron Constantin, what they have to put out. Cartier, who dropped 6 new releases last year, and every one of them is awesome, but my preference was the Tank and the Cartier Dumont Skeleton. That was... It's only been 5 years since Cartier brought back the Santos Dumont collection. It's impressive how far this collection had come since 2019 only. This is when it was reissued. Before that, it was like in the ditch, kind of disappeared for the longest time, and they brought it back, and it's the most affordable collection across every single watch model that Cartier actually sells. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm also excited to see you guys, right? You guys are what keeps this hobby alive. We are the big part of this community. We are the biggest part of what makes watches and watch collecting and the whole hobby interesting. So I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. If you're around, do DM me on Instagram. I'd be more than happy to arrange ahead of time to maybe have a sit down and chat watches and listen to your acquisition stories and cry together over watches that you missed the opportunities on. That would be interesting. I do have a couple of pocket meetings, but rest assured I will make the time as well to meet with you. This is it. It's a short morning one. I gotta go hit the gym. I'll see you in Geneva. Take care.